guys, Bullhorn Betty here. So I know we've been having some open discussions about the Savanah Soto, Matthew Guerra case, and I just wanted to kind of go over that again. For those that are new to this channel or new to this case, Savanah Soto is an 18-year-old pregnant mom-to-be, and her boyfriend Matthew Guerra went missing on December 23rd, or at least that's when the family noticed they were missing. And the reason why they noticed that they were missing is because Savanah was heavily pregnant and a week overdue and was scheduled for an induction to have her baby. So it's not an appointment that a female would miss or really could miss, right? So the family was in shock. And then, of course, because of an altercation that happened between Matthew and Savanah over a year ago, you know, they for a little bit, it seemed that they were very worried that maybe Matthew had a reason, was the reason that Savanah didn't make it to that appointment. It was just that initial shock, in my opinion. But fast forward on December 25th, the families had a vigil asking the community to please come out and help. On the 26th, the call came in at an apartment complex not too far from where Savanah and Matthew Guerra lived, within a 10-minute drive of their apartment. Their car was found, and they were found inside. Since then, 2 people were initially arrested, and it was Christopher Preciado and his father, Ramon Preciado. But many people came out because they saw a towel being thrown to Ramon in this video that law enforcement had released to the public to help identify who may have been driving the victim's car. And so a few days later, then we find out that Mirta Romanos, the stepmother, or potentially the stepmother, there's been some question about that as well, whether she's his biological mother or if she's just a stepmother. We don't know. All we know is law enforcement has said it was either a girlfriend or a stepmom. So I'm assuming she's not the biological mother of Christopher Preciado. But I digress. It's really doesn't have any bearing on this case, whether she's a stepmom or a mom. She was still there. She still threw a towel at Ramon, and she still knew what was going on and didn't stop it. So she ended up getting put behind bars as well. There was a lot of speculation out there about Matthew Guerra and his drug dealing and the fact that he always carried guns, that many people naturally believed that it was his gun that killed him. And then, of course, after Christopher was arrested and the arrest affidavit had come out, naturally they thought it was Matthew's gun that was used, because Matthew was known to carry guns, and the family had let law enforcement know that not only did he sell narcotics, but he had also previously been shot at. We find out after Mirta's arrest, it was her gun that was used. So it's kind of hard for Christopher to state that Matthew Guerra had the gun, pointed it at him, he wrestled with it, and it ended up shooting Savanah. Then Matthew got the gun back in his control, and then Chris says he fought the gun out of his hand, and it ended up discharging at Matthew. But there is no way the evidence could potentially support that, or possibly support that, because now that we know the gun was Mirta's, that means he brought the gun. Matthew didn't have a gun. Now, law enforcement's not letting the public know everything about this, so there's a lot of information that we're having to speculate. For example, where were they killed? They're telling us in the documents, they're just not coming right out and saying it. So the way the affidavit, the arrest affidavit read, is it said that the car pinged at the intersection, or near the intersection, of Cary Grant and Charlie Chan. That particular intersection is the corner lot for Christopher Preciado's phone. So if it's the corner lot there, according to the affidavit, the car pulled up there and did not move again until it left to head to where it was dumped at. So that tells us right there that that had to have happened all at his house. Somewhere. The driveway, the garage, the yard, out in the road. It doesn't matter. It had to have happened right there. Then we get the incident report, which was posted on the Savanah, Soto, and Matthew Guerra Facebook discussion group. The incident report read that Savanah Soto was in the front passenger seat with her head looking out the passenger window. So it almost implies she never left her seat. It also implies that there's potentially two people that moved the body, and it implies that Matthew Guerra was standing outside of the car when he was shot. And here's why I think that. Because the incident report states that his back was behind his driver's seat with his back against the back passenger driver door. So the driver's seat in the back seat, he was against that door, almost propped up, because it says his back is against the door or facing the door. It's not facing the cushion. It's not facing down. It's facing the door. And that's an important feature for me, because that implies that somebody was pulling him through the car and propped him up that way while somebody else was pushing his feet in. So his feet were at the side of where Savanah's body was, but in the back seat, while his back was against the door. So it seems like somebody got under the pits and pulled him through, and that would be indicative of his pants being down to his knees. So again, we have all of this information that are giving us key facts in the Savanah Soto case that's leading me to these conclusions I'm having. So I absolutely believe that they were killed at the Preciado home somewhere there. I believe that Savanah Soto was killed in the car, and that would explain the shell casing. But I believe that Matthew was outside of the car and would explain the dragging, the blood transfer, as well as his positioning in the back of the car. And it also concludes in my mind there were two people at minimum that had to move that body. So guys, that's just my 2 cents about the Savanah Soto case, the Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra case. Let me know what your thoughts are. Guys, I'm on a new channel. We still have our main channel, Bullhorn Betty, but now we're building a second channel called Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories, and I hope you come over there and visit with me. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We've got a lot of great content, and we will be going to these places, and I will be out in Texas very soon.